MMA Now, powered by Film On TV Network.
I see your training strategies like with Amir Khan and the mentalities going into your other fighters. With Andre, is there a certain preparation you have for him that's separate from other fighters in your camp, or is it just business as usual with all of them?
Well, you know, to have someone from the beginning, it gives you a certain advantage as you grow together. When you inherit another fighter, you inherit another coach's, another 2 or 3 coaches' work, and it takes time. If you have a vision for that fighter to get better, it takes time for that to materialize. And then I've got guys who've come and I can see why they're in the predicament that they're in. I mean, they have terrible work habits. They don't even know how to eat right. I've seen a couple of fighters I was shocked that they got as far as they got, you know, without the discipline, without the structure. So I try to impart that. The hardest job is to take another fighter that's been on top and then to try to, if he has a loss and he makes a change and he comes to you, is to try to get him back on the winning trail. And so you have to troubleshoot. You have to look for the little things first that he wasn't doing, bring that into focus, and then also bring the physical part of it into focus. So, but with Andre, it was an advantage to have him at 9. It's just like I just put a super heavyweight on the Olympic team with 9 fights. And he went to the last tournament and didn't qualify the weight because the experience factor. But the fact was that he started from scratch, from the root to the fruit. And he went up there with 9 fights. Everybody else had over 60, and he just walked right through it. I think the guy, Damani Roberts, knocked him out. So, you know, I just like Coach Jack. If I can get you from the beginning, you're my type of athlete, you have that structure, you have that discipline, I believe we can win. So I've proven that with him as well as I've proven with Andre. So, but to inherit other fighters who are good and great and had their moment and they want to come back, it's not an easy job. But we do it because we love the sport. But ideally, I would like to be, you know, Mike Stafford, who's very overlooked. If you look at Mike, he's got 3 world champions that he started from kids. They were amateur champions, and now they're world champions. Robert Easter, Rasheed Warren, and then of course Adrian has been a world champion. So when you see that, you kind of can understand what I'm saying.
And in regards to the fight, I interviewed Andre a few years ago, and for him, he really doesn't have high highs or low lows. He's an even kill guy, and he has a base around him. He talks about Christianity being a reason that he's able to keep at that level. I saw a lot of people had flack with that, talking about, you know, God and Son of God, which was kind of interesting. But in a fight like this, is it good for a fighter to have a little bit of anger going into it, or is that not good for someone to get off of what they're doing in the first place?
I don't think it's healthy for a fighter to go into a fight angry. I think it's dangerous for him to go into a fight angry. I mean, I would rather have him highly competitive and with a strong desire to win than angry, because that's when you can make mistakes. As far as his faith is concerned, that's his personal thing and his foundation. And anybody who has that foundation in faith can attest to that type of relationship. If anybody comments on it that does not have a knowledge of the Word of God, or does not have a knowledge of their personal relationship, then they wouldn't understand anyway, and it almost would be ridiculing the person for whatever personal reason that you might have for him. But it's served him well through all the things that he's gone through in the past 3-4 years. It was his foundation and that belief that kept him strong and stable and bringing him to this point today.
All right, I'm going to thank the media for asking those questions. I'm going to thank you both very much indeed for being here. I know you've given up plenty of time.